the magic that is the Ballon d'Or, the special award given to the footballer who's performed the best individually and with team awards each year. Ballon d'Or is a way of deciding which football player is currently the best in the world, and we've had quite a few exceptional footballers winning the award. Over the past few years, it's been almost exclusively held by Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. The way this video is going to work is we're gonna analyze a couple of contenders for the Ballon d'Or and knock them out until we have a pretty clear prediction of the winner. Well, this is exciting. Let's find out which star comes out on top. Let's get into it. Let's start with N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante. Yes, the hero that led France to a 2018 World Cup victory has done it once again by leading Chelsea to a Champions League victory this year. He's an incredible midfielder and is commonly agreed to be one of the most likely winners of the Ballon d'Or in 2021. Unfortunately, it was cancelled in 2020, so the hype of this year's is even more, and N'Golo Kante is a fierce contender for the top. Next is fellow Frenchman Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe has had amazing performances for PSG and for the France national team in the Euro 2020. He also led France bravely to a 2018 World Cup win, and he could be doing the same for Euro 2020. He's an amazing striker and bravely led PSG very far into the Champions League, all the way to the semi-finals, only to be stopped by Manchester City. He's an incredible player and is wanted by many big clubs, including the likes of Real Madrid and Liverpool. If he is to have his dream transfer, he could be the most expensive player because of the price tag PSG has set for him is so high. He's an exciting prospect and one of the best players on the planet, a fierce contender for this year's Ballon d'Or. Up next is Bundesliga sharpshooter Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski is his nickname because of his insane goal-scoring records. Unfortunately, he's constantly been in the shadow of Messi and Ronaldo, and if there was to be a Ballon d'Or 2020, which was cancelled because of the pandemic, he would have almost definitely won it. Can he come out on top in 2021? Unfortunately, not very likely, as the big tournament this year is the Euro 2020, in which Poland hasn't been doing that well. However, he was still amazing for Bayern Munich and won the Champions League with them last year. However, he wasn't able to win this year, unfortunately. However, no matter how good Lewandowski is, it just doesn't seem that likely this year. Unfortunately, he missed his chance last year. Maybe next year can be his actual chance. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. Now we're taking a look at Dortmund's Erling Haaland. Haaland is a promising young player who has been quite impressive recently. He's said to, along with Kylian Mbappe, be replacing Messi and Ronaldo once their boots are hung up. However, Haaland is still very young and has not won any major trophies, much unlike his French counterparts Kylian Mbappe, who has won many major trophies. Haaland could be a serious contender for the Ballon d'Or in the future, but I don't think he's ready yet. Now let's take a look at Phil Foden. Much like Erling Haaland, Phil Foden is a young superstar who's been lighting up the Premier League with Manchester City. However, much like Erling Haaland, he's also very young and hasn't really won anything major yet. He also has a high chance of winning something major like the Ballon d'Or in the future. Who knows? Let's find out. Now it's time for the Egyptian king, Liverpool's Mo Salah. Mohamed Salah is one of the best players in the world, having excellent performances for Liverpool, and he won the Champions League in 2019 and reached the final in 2018. He's always an amazing player, however, he's been on a decline this season and hasn't been at his best. I'm pretty sure next season he'll be back to his best, but he's pretty much out of the Ballon d'Or race for 2021, unfortunately. Next we have the master of Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes. He's had incredible performances for Manchester United and is probably the most promising young talent on this list. He's an incredible midfielder and he's done amazing for Portugal in Euro 2020. He could be a contender, but again, he's young and doesn't have much experience, but he does still have a chance. I mean, anyone who's seen him play will agree. He probably does still have a small chance to win the Ballon d'Or. If Portugal do go on to win Euro 2020, which they can't because they were knocked out by Belgium, another player will be taking the spotlight away from Bruno Fernandes. And that player is the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo. Soo! The experienced legend has done it all. He's won the Champions League with Manchester United and Real Madrid, and he's been amazing at Juventus. He bravely led his country to the round of 16 in Euro 2020, but unfortunately he just couldn't win. And he hates Coke. He's a legendary player, and despite being out of Euro 2020 and not having the best season with Juventus, he could still have a crack at the Ballon d'Or if the rest of his year is incredible. I really want it to happen as he's an incredible player who really deserves a 6th Ballon d'Or. I guess we'll be seeing how the situation unfolds for CR7. Next up is Cristiano Ronaldo's fierce rival, Lionel Messi. Messi is an absolute magician on the pitch and has won the Ballon d'Or a staggering 6 times before. Could he be ready? Could he be the first one ever to win number 7? We'll find out. Messi hasn't had the most incredible season with Barcelona, partially because of their extreme struggles this year. But an amazing Copa America win for Messi could secure him his 7th Ballon d'Or. Next is the man responsible for knocking out Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo out of Euro 2020, Romelu Lukaku. He's an incredible striker and has done amazing for Belgium in Euro 2020. He also secured Inter their first Serie A win in hundreds of years. Well, not really hundreds of years, but a very long time. He's an incredible striker and has had an incredible season. If he continues to shine, he could have a serious chance of winning the Ballon d'Or this year. Next is Antoine Griezmann. He's a great player and has had amazing performances for France in Euro 2020, but I have a feeling that this just isn't Griezmann's year, as his move to Barcelona has been complicated and he hasn't been at his best. Maybe next season could be Griezmann's year, but this year he just doesn't have that much of a chance of winning it. If France are to win Euro 2020, that would of course put a major boost to its chances, but right now the chances of Griezmann winning the award aren't very high. Next is English sharpshooter Harry Kane. He's a great striker and has had, an okay season, but his chances of winning the Golden Ball pretty much depend on if England wins Euro 2020, which currently, considering their upcoming match against Germany, their odds don't look too high, but you never know. Harry Kane does have a slight chance of winning the award, but it solely depends on England's Euro 2020 performance. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see when it comes to this one. Next is Brazil's Neymar. He's had a pretty great Copa America so far and could finally get his first Ballon d'Or after coming out of the shadow of Messi and Ronaldo. But his season with PSG was okay, and he's a great player, but this just wasn't his best season, and I don't think this is his time to win the Ballon d'Or yet. He's just not at his prime currently. He needs to make up for his season in the Copa America. If he doesn't, then he's pretty much out of the Ballon d'Or race. The final contender of this first round, which we're going to be discussing, is Karim Benzema. Ever since Cristiano Ronaldo's departure from Real Madrid, Benzema has had his chance to shine. It has been incredible, particularly this season. Probably one of his best seasons ever. And also, he'll be one of the most likely people to win the Ballon d'Or this year if France goes on to win Euro 2020. Even if they don't, he's still got a very high chance following his incredible performances for Real Madrid. And there we go. So those are the players that made it through to our next round. We're going to be putting the players head to head to their closest counterparts, kind of like a football tournament. So, first of all, let's compare N'Golo Kante and Bruno Fernandes. I think that the one who would come through here would be N'Golo Kante, as Portugal were knocked out of Euro 2020, and Kante did win the Champions League. So, that will put N'Golo Kante through to the next round. Now let's compare Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe. The two legendary Frenchmen. Now this is a tough one. So both of them have been great, but the Ballon d'Or normally goes to those who have won titles, and the one who's more likely to win titles and has won would be Mbappe and not Benzema. So that unfortunately knocks Karim Benzema out. Now let's compare the legendary duo of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Now, both of them haven't had their best seasons and have been mostly trophyless, but I do think that it would be Messi that would go through and not Ronaldo, because Portugal have been knocked out of Euro 2020, and if Messi is to win Copa America 2021, then he's pretty much got himself a very high chance of getting his 7th Ballon d'Or. So I just don't think that this is Cristiano Ronaldo's year, unfortunately. So since we have an odd number of players, we're going to have to compare Messi again, and this time to Romelu Lukaku. Although Lukaku does have more trophies than Messi this season, I think that it will be Messi that would go through, as Messi is a player of a just much higher category than Lukaku and has had a much more legendary career. And also, if Messi is to go and win Copa America 2021, he is probably the winner of the Ballon d'Or. Now it's time for our third and final round. And now for the three players that were able to make it through all the way to this stage. And those players are Kylian Mbappe, N'Golo Kante, and Lionel Messi. Now let's compare the two Frenchmen, Mbappe and Kante. Now both of them are amazing, and if they are to win Euro 2020, will really be a tough choice. But I think Kante's Champions League win is really pushing him up the ranks. So all three of them could even make it into the top 3 finalists. But I just don't think that Mbappe can win the award this year, as the competition from Kante and Messi is just too much. Now, the final, Kante versus Messi. I actually can't decide here because both of these players are amazing, and if they win their domestic cups, then it's impossible to decide. So I guess I'm just going to leave it at that either Kante or Messi will win, and both of them will be among the highest ranked. That concludes today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed and got a clearer understanding of the Ballon d'Or this year. Thanks, and have a great day.